Yeah, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakodash, that was understood the elders and apostles of great millstone. Salutation to the Aki, I'm preaching this truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. My name is Brother Yakal from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp in Trinidad. I want to say shalom again, right? The name of this video is going to be the kingdom of heaven required patience, or the kingdom required patience, because we see that a lot of jigs don't have patience right now. They actually, the thing is, the reason I'm doing this video is because passing today and seeing those lines for these jigs to take this so-called cure, you understand, this jab, I seeing that they have no patience. You understand? Just by looking at them line up, they have no patience. They hurry to take this thing. And when I say patience, don't get me wrong, I'm actually talking about, the Lord. They have no patience in waiting for the Lord. They have no patience on anything spiritual. All they have patience for is, to line up in that line to take this so-called cure, which is going to be the damnation, which is going to be, the ruin of them. So that got inspired, got inspiration to do this video. Right? So I'm gonna go into it one time because I was looking at this picture and all, and this picture and all give me like, the kingdom of heaven so close, right? But this man gave up. Right? It also goes into a lot of brothers that, was in this truth and they didn't have patience to endure to the end. And because they didn't have patience to endure to the end, they didn't get the diamonds at the end. Right? They didn't get the riches. That's why the picture say never stop trying. Right? That is why the Lord say they that endure to the end. But I'm gonna go down into some precepts here now. This is the book of Romans chapter 15, and I'll start from verse 4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime, right? Before time, what was written before were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. You understand? Through the patience of us holding the faith, enduring to the end, right? And, abiding by all the laws, waiting on the Lord, wait on Yahushai, right? Through patience and the scriptures comforting us, knowing that a lot of things is going to happen, the Lord on our side, you understand? Which is comforting us. The kingdom of heaven is for us. That is another comfort, comfort in our spirit of the scriptures might have hope. Right? Comfort of the scriptures that might have hope. So, but these jakes don't have hope. You understand? They want to see their hope. As the scriptures say, hope is not seen. I'll get a precept and all too. Right? But as the scriptures say, hope is not seen. So, but these jakes want to see their hope. You understand? They want 100,000 now. They can't wait on the Lord. So they rather take this so-called cure and line up in a big long line from here to wherever. You understand? Because I passed today. I see them line up in up where I live in here. A big, very long line. I want to know how you can line up in this line. You understand? When they get to realize that they have the spirituality gone. They don't have any sense of spirituality in them. So they line up in this line, ready to take this so-called cure. You understand? For what? For a better tomorrow. You understand? Everybody looking for a better tomorrow. Because that is as far as they could see. Some of them could see tomorrow. Some of them seeing 10 years from now. Some of them seeing 5 years from now. Right? But they don't understand that there's the Lord that control. Things not going to get better. If things get better, right, in your eyes, it's because, there's a snare unto you. Things getting better in your eyes is a snare. But the man of the Lord, we see spiritual. You understand? So we see that, we know that things not going to get better according to the scriptures. Right? That's why we have to have patience in knowing all these things. It's not just we knowing all these things and, we carrying it on, and when time come, we don't have no patience. Patience is a big thing. Patience and endurance, they come at the same thing when you go into look up the meaning. When you look up the meaning of patience, you will see endurance there. And when you look up the meaning of endurance, you're going to see patience as well. Hardship, suffering. Because a lot of things going to happen to them that, who never take the so-called cure. A lot of things going to happen and, they're going to have to go through a lot of hardship who did not take this. Right? So, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go down to the next precept here. Because I'm going to read over this precept first and I'll go down into the next precept. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. For our learning, right? Everything was written for our learning. You understand? The Lord make this place for our sakes. Right? But these wicked jakes, they wanna see their hope. A precept. Romans. This is the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 24. It says, for we are saved by hope. Right? For we are saved by hope that is seen. Wait, Salakia. For we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. Understand it. We are saved in Yahushai through having patience and waiting on him, believing that he's going to come. But the scriptures say, but hope that is seen is not hope. Because how you could see a hope? You understand? Have you seen the kingdom of heaven? No. Have you seen the angels coming with the chariot? Yes, we probably see chariot sightings and stuff. But have you seen your immortal body in a glass case? No. You didn't see your immortal body in a glass case. You didn't see, the kingdom of heaven. You wasn't there. You understand? But we have hope that all these things is going to come to pass. You understand? Patience, faith, they all line up. You understand? They all, they all align with one another. I'm going to read over this because this precept be a part as well too. It says, for we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for it? You understand? Like if you're seeing something, you don't have to hope for it. Right? You're seeing something in front of you. And that's what's going on with these jakes. They already gave up. You understand? These wicked jakes, they already gave up. They're ready for this, They have no patience in waiting on the Lord. They have no patience in waiting on this kingdom of heaven what we talking about. You understand? Because they go in their eyes like this is something a fairy tale. We speak to them like this is a fairy tale. Like, you understand? What am really speaking about? Like, what they talking about? Kingdom of heaven, I have to wait however long. They rather keep their job. They rather do everything wickedly. You understand? They rather bow to the system. You understand? And that is just how it go. Alright, so I'm gonna go back into the precepts here. I'm going to go into the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9. Corinthians. Salakia. 1 Corinthians chapter 4. Chapter 4 and verse 15. It says, for though ye Salakia, this is not even a precept. Salakia, I'm going to go to the book. I'll go to another precept. This basically is not the precept I'm looking for. Precept 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and verse 54, 55. 55, right? The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 55. It says, all this I have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes. You understand? So understand this. Everybody in this world, the Lord didn't make to go through the trials and to have patience. There would be some that would be sellout niggas, some that would look like they need truth, and then there will be some that actually going through the struggles and actually going through the patience. Because the patience thing is not a sometime thing. The patience thing is an everyday thing, and coming closer to the end, right? The patience now you're gonna have to build up more and more and more. Faith and all. You're going to have a lot of more faith. You're going to have a lot more endurance. You understand? Because a lot of things going to happen. It's going to, push you and push you. You're going to start to think, but thoughts going to come in your head, in other words. You have a lot of jakes around you might be stealing to get food, stealing to get money. You understand? Trying their best to live in this place. And a lot of other people now, their trial might be that, their child might be that their family members, trying to make you take this so-called cure, this jab. You understand? And you now have to have patience, you understand? And endurance to know that you're not going to do this. And no matter how tough things get, you are already ready to say no. You always ready to say no to that and to the system. Right? Because through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he will set something before you. He'll always leave a way. You understand? The Lord not going to put a burden on you and then tell you and then not see about you. He will always be taking care of you as long as you abide in the truth. You understand? Because some people, you might think that the Lord far from you. Sometimes going through your struggles, you might think that the Lord far from you and that he's not there. You understand? And you might be thinking to yourself, what if I'm a two-third? Or what if I will not die? Or what if the Lord not with me? And that's a shaky thinking. That is not the mindset you should be thinking. When those thoughts come in your head, you rebuke those thoughts. And you say, nah, the Lord will see about me. As long as I keep holding the faith, I endure until the end. You understand? Because the Lord said, they that endure to the end, same shall be saved. You understand? You're moving with perfect confidence. You understand? Because that is something that a wicked nigga in the world can't have. You understand? These wicked jakes, they can't have perfect confidence in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So by just looking at the wickedness around you and you upholding the law and upholding everything that is written before, because the scripture I read before, it say everything that was written before time was written for our learning, that we may have comfort in the scriptures, you understand, and hope. So you have to remember that's why a lot of reading is necessary. Because when you do a lot of reading, you see a lot of the same things over and over. The Lord never leave Job, you understand? He never leave a lot of prophets. So why would he leave you? You understand? You're not doing the same work they were doing. You're not praising the Lord's name and, feeding the Lord flock. Yeah, you're doing these things, so you don't have to worry because the Lord have your back. You understand? He got you, in other words. The Lord got you. You just have to keep pushing. You understand? When you find yourself not doing anything for the Lord, that is when you could realize you're on the shitty end of the stick. That is when your symptoms could be able to start to happen. Because why? You getting symptoms because you're not doing nothing for the Lord. So nothing you doing, and Lord say, with much, I was paraphrasing here, it say with much as much is given, much is required. And if you know much that is an Israelite, you know that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You know that you shouldn't be doing a lot of things and you're not teaching somebody else. You understand? Much is required of you. That you know much. Because as the scripture says, you know more than men. You know more than a regular man. So you ought to have patience. You ought to have, endurance. You ought to be different from them. You ought to show a difference between you and the wicked two-thirds. You ought to show a difference between you and them, and The difference between you and all the other heathen nations. You understand? Because the Lord called our people heathens as well. They were following the customs of the heathen, and they still doing it today. They lining up for the so-called cure. You understand? They lining up for this cure. They put they make it. I just today, matter of fact, I listened to a woman talking. She does day passing. I just there going into the grocery store, and I listened to the woman talking, and she was like, "I am fully V." You understand? She fully take this thing. She say, "I am fully V, and I already take this thing," and I listening to her, and I was like, "Wow, this woman proud that she take this so-called cure, this jab, right?" She said she fully. I said, "All right." I just listening to the woman, and I say, "Huh, our people will die for a lack of knowledge." Yeah, that's why the scripture said, two-thirds of Israel will die for a lack of knowledge. It's knowledge they lacking. Knowledge, because if the scripture say everything was for our learning, that you have comfort. They wouldn't have any comfort. Their comfort will be trusting in Pharaoh. You understand? When you go to Isaiah 30, they take a covering, but not of my spirit. They trust in the system. You understand? They have no patience to wait on the Lord. They have no patience to wait on anything. Right? And the kingdom of heaven require patience. That is what the kingdom require. Patience. You understand? Patience on the immortal body. Patience on knowing that you can go to meet the Lord, you drink wine with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The place is going to be run righteously. You understand? Patience in knowing everything. These jakes just wicked to the core. Right? With our piece up here. Second address. Same 6. I'll jump into 59. Right? It says, "But if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?" Right? How long shall this endure? Why do we not possess our inheritance with this world? Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Right? And we wouldn't have our inheritance with them because we cannot share this kingdom with them. A lot of our people want to share this kingdom with them. You understand? A lot of our people, they dwell among the heathen and they want to be just like the heathens and, do everything the heathens do and do everything the heathens say. The heathens say, "You must be fully V to come to my establishment." You're going to take this so-called cure and you're going to go to the establishment to work there. Right? And the number of jigs that I see in those lines, it not ordinary, it very expected, I should say. It very expected. Highly expected. Because when you look at it, you see a lot of heathens, nah, nothing wrong with it. When you see Elamites, you see Moabites and you see all these other nations lining up, there's really nothing. But when you see Jakes lining up, I expected to see Jakes line up and the amount too. You understand? Because Jake's just like a bunch of followers. When we're supposed to be leaders. You understand? Holding our patience until the Lord come to deliver us from this wicked place. That is how we're supposed to be. But no. Our people lack that. They lack knowledge. Therefore they lack patience. You understand? Therefore they lack comfort. Therefore they lack a lot of things. Spiritual eyes, ears. You understand? Everything they lacking. And that thing, that something now come to my head. When the Lord said, two-thirds of Israel die for lack of knowledge. Knowledge is very powerful. By knowing something, you understand, it widespread. It's very widespread. Knowing the laws will make you stop sin. It can help you with with your sin problem. Right? Knowing the laws, that will help you with sin. And knowing, you understand, that Israelite will help you want to learn more. Knowing that this so-called thing that the Lord said not to take, the mark of the beast, and the so-called cure, you save you from the death, the second death. Right? Well, I'm going to our next precept here. With the book of James. This is the book of James chapter 5 and verse 8. Right? Let's see. I'll start from verse 7. This is the book of James chapter 5 and verse 7. It says, be patient therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth. Who's the husbandman? Yahushai. Right? And had long patience for it, until he received the early and latter rain. Verse 8. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. So, what is really telling you? To prepare yourself as a wife will prepare herself for her husband, because Israel, is the wife. Just like going straight back to Matthew 25, with the wise virgins and the foolish. Right? You have to prepare yourself. It's alright to establish your heart. You understand? Have a sound mind. Because a lot of patience is you're going to need patience so much. You understand? Just like we need it now, you're going to need patience more coming to the end. Because coming to the end is when patience is going to be more required. You're going to have to be constantly thinking about the Lord. How about Hashem Shine? You're going to have to keep him in your prayers. Because to endure what is to come, you will need patience. Right? To endure what to come, you're going to have to hold on. And, that's what you're going to have to do. I'm going to jump to what verse? I'm going to jump to verse 11. It says, behold, we count them happy which endure. Yeah, why we count them happy? Because we got to understand that, they understand what is endurance. It says, ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord. The end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. So understand the patience that Job had. He was going through all what he was going through. You understand? He lost this one. He lost his wife. You understand? His skin started to get boils on it. All sorts of things. And he was still enduring. Right? And that's why the scriptures say all those things was written for our learning. Because we know that the things about to come is different. When it say 1,000 going to die at your left and 10,000 at your right hand, you're going to have the knowledge which is going to be the stability of your times. You're going to need it alongside patience. You understand? Because, and that word patience goes for everything. I know, when you really take it in and you look at what really happened in the world and how things is, you're going to need it a lot. You understand? We got next precept. Because our precept that say, let patience possess your souls. Right? I think it's in the book of James itself. James 1. This book of James 1 and chapter 3. I'll start from 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptation. Right? Count it joy when you fall into temptation. Count it joy when you fall in persecution. Count it joy when you fall in, the Lord sends some task away or some trial. Right? Verse 3, it says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Right? Verse 4, it says, but let patience have a perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. You understand? If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Right? So, dealing with verse 3, knowing this that you're trying, the trying of your faith worketh patience. The Lord trying you by you being patient. You understand? You being patient and enduring whatever situation that you're going through, wherever it may be. You understand? Because we know brothers going to have situations coming left and right, but it's going to be in all different forms. You enduring whatever situation you're in is the trying of your faith. Right? Because when you connect any problem with the Bible, you got a solution. Right? And by you knowing the solution is you, and you applying the solution to yourself, while you're going through the persecution, that is when you having patience. Right? It's say, but let patience, that's why the scriptures say, but acceptable man is tried in the furnace of adversity. You are going to be an acceptable man being tried in the furnace of adversity, which is tribulation. Right? Verse 4, it says, but let patience have a perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Yeah, because you ain't going to want nothing more than patience. If you could, it's like this. If you could be tied up on a tree, or you're tied up somewhere, right? And a bunch of niggas take you in Jacob's trouble and beating the hell out of you, right? They beating the hell out of you, and they want you to convert to some religion, Islam or whatever religion it might be, or they want you to, do something that you know that you can't do according to, being in the truth. What is the thing that's going to have you pumping? The Lord is going to see about you. Let patience. You will have to be patient. And by you just having patience, they might just forget, leave you. They might even leave you right there. And you tie up on the tree now for about 2 days, and a man come and untie you and see about you, whatever. That was the Lord trying you. You understand? Well, it might be harsh, but the Lord was still trying you. Right? Right. Yeah, and now that'll be it on this. I'll go to the book of Hebrews. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 11 of chapter 10. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 10 and 36. It say, for ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of Yahweh, ye might receive the promise. And what is the promise? You understand? The promise is the kingdom of heaven. Right? That is all we have in patience for right now. That's what we're enduring for. The kingdom of heaven. You understand? Verse 37, it says, for yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. So it goes back to the same situation what I was now saying, talking about, you being tied to a tree. The Lord is going to come and he's not going to tarry. You understand? Because we're going through Jacob's trouble. All the prophecies done being fulfilled, and a lot of your brethren die, and a lot of things happen, but you remain. And they tie you to a tree and beating the shit out of you. And then, you just have happened to see the chariots burst the cloud same time. And the Lord zapped these wicked niggas, and your body was changed from mortal to immortal at the same time. You understand? It will be a wonderful thing to know that you endure all the licks. You endure all the beating, everything. Right? So going back to, right, I'll go to Revelation 14. I'll go to the book of Revelation. And I think I'll close off with this precept. This is the book of Revelation 14, I think 11. I'll read from 12. It says, here is the patience of the saints, here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahushai. There's a precept. I'm gonna read up a little bit, right? Verse 9, Revelation 14 and 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, you understand, going into the mark of the beast, worshiping the system, you understand, and taking his mark of the beast, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, you understand, fire and brimstone, ICBM bombs, and the chariot, fervent fire, right? So, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, which is Yahushai, right? So it says, and the part where interesting is when he say, who worship the beast and his image, because we know that a lot of Jake going to be worshiping the beach, the beast and his image, because we know that they're not going to have patience, they can't endure. They're going to, some of them going to be hungry, starving, a lot of people going to die. You understand? Because some of them, Lord going to cause them to take it. And after what? The Lord going to send plagues on them that take it. You understand? So this is going to be total chaos. And you have to have patience in this total chaotic time. You understand? When the whole place darkness covering the whole earth, you're going to have patience. So that's when you jump to verse 11, it says, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, because we know that they're going to torment, that they're never going to be forgotten. In other words, it's going to be very chaotic, a lot of torment going to be taking place on the earth. And then it says, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receive the mark of his name. Verse 12, here is the patience of the saints, right? Because we know that the saints going to have this patience, and always going to have to keep this patience, right? That's why I say, here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahushai, right? So hopefully this video was edifying. I want to say Kala Layam La Alahaya Nawa Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Yokakodash. That was on the study elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Akim keeping the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity, and one or two faithful aquas that listen and learning. I want to say Shalom.